So, our weekly check-in with our sort of production diary with where everything is up to. Where's everything up to?
Last night we had a rehearsal and it was brilliant. It was such fun. We were doing the first scene where they all start making a film, weren't we? They start making the lady, Mrs. B, who's one of the older ladies in the cafe. She wants to tell her story through film, and so the cafe starts. Milton and Jenna start telling.
Yeah, so this is their sort of first go at filmmaking. So they're kind of quite. They don't quite know what they're doing, and haven't got proper equipment. They've got a microphone gaffer taped to a broom as a boom pole. But it was all a bit. It was kind of worlds within worlds last night. It was crazy because we were filming other people filming, and then we also had somebody with a camera doing some behind the scenes filming. So they were filming us making a film about people doing a film, and then it all got very complicated because I was sort of directing people, but then it was like, am I directing people as in the film, or am I directing the film? Or it was layers upon layers.
Because we're meant to be making these films within the film.
Yeah.
There was a hazy balance because there's lots of amateur theatre, filmmakers there, and we're meant to be doing that on screen as well. And so when people were missing their marks, we weren't sure if that was on purpose because they weren't sure, or whether they actually had missed their mark on the floor to stand because they were being in character. It was just...
Yes, we were choreographing filming mistakes and making film mistakes, and then go, hang on, was that the one we planned, or has that just happened?
Yes.
And then actually something would happen by mistake and go, oh, that was good, let's keep that in.
Let's keep that mistake in.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so no, it was fun. Yesterday was busy as well because it was location scouting again. So
Yes.
this cafe, this cafe is the heart of the story, and this has been a really hard location to find, but possibly
Might have found somewhere. Slightly on the small side. If in the script in the screenplay, there is a premiere that goes on in the cafe, and I think we're recognising that the cafe is actually too small to do that. But we still think
we can work around that.
Yeah, we might relocate the premiere of a film within the film.
Yeah, there are some things which are not ideal, but then there are other things which do tick the boxes. But then I think the biggest thing at the moment is the availability, because most of our cast are available at weekends, and the limited weekend availability.
But they were so flexible,
but
and
there's
I
some
love
flexibility.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got to sort of sit down and literally work out a timetable and see whether or not our
See if
timetable,
it's logistically possible.
if it's logistically possible. So that's could be a really key piece of the jigsaw, because once we've got that cafe location nailed and we know what days we can actually film there, then we can plan everything else around that. So at the moment we're just kind of waiting on that.
We were looking at locations for the seaside.
Next week we are going on a jolly. We're going on a road trip to the seaside. On Tuesday we're going to with a couple of the
Brandon and
Jasmine, who are helping with production. So we're going to scout some locations and try and find the right bit of seaside, the right bit of promenade, and hopefully a bit of a pier as well that we can use. So we're heading off to North Wales for a day out next week to do that. So that's good. So, and you've been doing lots of costume designing and
mood boards,
thinking about decorations and wall colours and
all the fun bits. Each location we will need to really sort of style, I guess, if they're not quite right. And the cafe location is the key one because it needs to go through a massive transformation in the film. So with this new location that we are looking at and seeing if it's at 100%, we would have to add in some additional walls, not real walls, pretend walls, and paint those. So I've been trying to look at what kind of vibe we want. It needs to look quite dated, but then it all needs to transform and look quite Hollywood. So looking at designing the transformation of the cafe too.
I think this week's been a lot of admin as well, and social media, I think, because this week, in fact today, we are launching our Kickstarter campaign, our crowdfunding campaign, which we're hoping to spread far and wide to raise money to make all this possible, because we need some funds to make this happen, and
so excited.
So that is going live.
Yeah, and there are lots of amazing little perks that you can have if you give to the film, but also just being a part of something that it's got such life to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And so we would love you to partner with us. If you do one of the higher perks, you can even come on set with us.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is, next week we're going to be filming our first advert. So next Thursday, we're going to be filming an advert for a local carpet company. So that is going to be happening as well. So we're just sort of starting to try and engage the wider community, kind of get beyond our Thursday group, and get that going.
It's been a good week.
It's been a busy week. Cheers. Gonna go and have a lie down.